Hello.
Hello. Hello.
We're joined by Danny Yip, owner of the German. How are you?
I am speechless. I am overwhelmed. I'm totally can't think.
Of course. Are you in your restaurant with your team?
Yes, I am. We always have that in the restaurant,
You keep it at all times.
and that
Of
too.
course. The award is sponsored
Always,
by San
always,
Pellegrino and
always.
Aquafana.
I need to demonstrate. Always drink that from the bottle.
You need a refreshing sip of water after good news, you know? Everyone does.
Thank you.
Well, look, Danny, congratulations to you and the
Thank you very
team.
much.
The first question is, of course, as the owner of the German, what does it mean to you to be named the best restaurant in Asia 2021?
I, it's very grateful, excited, speechless. I mean, we did not expect that. We truly did not expect that. And being the first Chinese restaurant on number one, that means a lot to us. It's and first in Hong Kong as well. So it means a lot. I don't think I can sleep tonight or tomorrow night.
Well, maybe there's going to be enough work that you don't need to sleep. That's the hope.
Yes, yes.
Because of course it's been a hard year for the hospitality industry. How has it been for the German, and what would you like to say to all the other chefs and restaurateurs who've been facing these difficulties?
It has been very tough for everyone. We closed it for 2 months last year, and we tried to keep all the staff and try to get the business running, which is very tough. Hong Kong has not been doing the best in terms of controlling the COVID-19. So on and off, we have to close dinner. I think we only opened for 6 months for dinner, and we have no dinner. We had no dinner, so that was bad. That was bad. But then again, hanging there. I mean, people still need to eat. We still need to cook. We chef. We stay in the kitchen. We cook regardless, right? I mean, tough time. We cook more. We cook better. That's the only thing. We cook with our heart. That's the only thing we can do because we're chef. That's the only thing we can do, right?
Yes. And so what you cook with your heart is Cantonese cuisine. And I think this is an achievement not just for you, but also for Cantonese cuisine in general, because it's the first time that a Cantonese restaurant is named number one. So what would you like to tell the world about your cuisine and about Cantonese cuisine?
Oh, Cantonese cooking. It's all about the essence of Cantonese cooking. It's all about freshness. When we say fresh fish, we mean swimming before going to the table. So we like to keep the essence of the Cantonese cooking, the best fresh ingredient, local ingredients, and just simple cooking, and bring out the natural flavors of the ingredients. So that's the essence of the Cantonese cooking. I hope more people would enjoy that.
It's interesting that you say that it's simple cooking. And I think it's quite telling that a restaurant like the German, that wouldn't be considered flashy, that would be considered low key, has got the number one position. Do you think that there's a change in what diners want, and they're looking for more experiences like the German, like a bit more low key, more about simple ingredients, simple cooking?
I am not too sure, but certainly we providing an option from other type of cooking with different sauces, a lot of skill, and that we tend to make it like one punch. I mean, if I do Thai boxing, but about Thai boxing is one hard punch, then you lock down the people, KO your opponent. So that's what we're trying to do. You just stay focused on one or two flavor and really bring it out. So I'm not sure whether more customers are looking for that, but we're certainly providing an option.
Yeah.
Less is
And
more. Less is more
yeah.
for us. Yeah.
Because that's what I was gonna ask. Like, what are the principles that drive you in your cooking, in this less is more philosophy?
It's always been in the family. It
Hmm.
always has been for over 2,000 years for Cantonese cooking. It's always because Canton is close to the sea, and then we're very good with the seafood. And we talk about seafood, we talk about fresh, natural ingredient and the flavors. So there's always been in our blood. Yes.
Yeah. And look, the chairman has been open 12 years, right? So since
Yeah.
2009. Did
Yes.
you at any point imagine that you were going to get a recognition like this, like being the best restaurant in the continent?
We opened the restaurant. The original idea because I retired from my internet company. And
Hmm.
then I wanted something to eat for me, myself, and my friends, and I want to do it in my way. That's all. We
Hmm.
had no expectations. we, 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 we didn't even update our Facebook. We only had our Instagram last year, and only updated 4 times in a year. So
Hmm.
so it's just like that. We just love eating, love cooking, and just do whatever we feel like to do. Yes,
Yeah. So for you, it was always a passion project. It was just what you wanted to do.
it's a passion project. It's a passion project.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
And
much it is.
how has the restaurant changed in the last 10, 12 years?
The the kitchen hasn't changed.
Hmm.
The kitchen team hasn't changed. Our floor members, most of them hasn't changed. We have, apart from for 12 years exactly. I mean, we're very old school. We like dinosaurs. We never change. Except we have more new dishes every year. We create new dishes, new
Yeah.
flavors. Apart from that, nothing changed. Even the rent has gone up double. We
Hmm.
decide to stay in the same location.
Yeah. And it's a small location, isn't it? It's not a very big restaurant.
Yes, I don't want to move. We just
Hmm.
stay here. Everything stay here.
Yeah. And look, I think from the beginning, there were a couple of ingredients that you decided not to use, things like shark's fin and sea cucumber. And I just wanted to ask you why, what's the reason behind this decision?
All Chinese restaurants are offering that anyway. So you don't
Hmm.
need to come to Chairman for something that every other Chinese restaurant is offering. That's one. Two, uh, very personal. I don't find shark fin and sea cucumber has any taste in
Okay.
it. So honestly, I mean, I don't know how to cook something without much taste in it. That's why. And third is no shark fin place. I mean, look, I mean, so office. Yes.
Yeah. So if I were going to the German, what would you recommend that I order from your menu?
Depends which day.
Okay. It changes every day.
Seafood, seafood. Today we just serve the barbecue lamb char siu. We just created this morning, so it depends which day. We always have something new, but seafood always, yes.
Yes. Where do you get your seafood from?
Local catch. We have
Hmm.
one staff who dedicate to go to the seafood market every morning at
Wow.
6:30 for 12 years. That's the only thing he does for us is to go directly to the seafood market and pick the seafood. Instead, they sending the seafood to us because we get the first pick. So that's where we get it. Yes.
Amazing. Because it must be the highest quality of all.
He was an ex-fisherman.
Hmm.
We hired an ex-fisherman as a full-time staff. He only works from 6:30 to 11 every morning. That's all.
Is
Seafood.
there,
He's our
is,
seafood man.
yeah. Is there any other special positions that you've created like this one at the restaurant? People who are really focused on just one thing.
We have one person working in. We have a little farm
Hmm.
in We have our own little farm in the New Territory, in the northern part of Hong Kong. And we have a one person stationed there to look after our pickles, to do our curd meat, that kind of thing in the farm. Yes.
Yes. And I
And
saw
include some
that you
vegetables.
had,
And grow some vegetables.
yeah, I saw you had a bee problem at your farm recently with bees
Oh,
and wasps.
you know that
What
we were
happened?
attacked. Yes, we were attacked. It's not bee, it's more wasps, isn't it? Wasps is not bees. It's not honeybees. The wasps
Yeah,
eat the bees, honeybees. So we
yeah,
had to destroy the thing so that we can curl our meat. They eat meat. Wasps eat meat.
yeah. But you
And
managed to recover the meat.
we managed to get rid of the wasps and do the meat and did the meat. Yes. Not supposed to tell
Amazing.
you. We ate the bee little cocoon thing. No, sorry.
Well, look, let's take some questions from our followers. Let's see what they want to ask you. And if anyone else has more questions, please ask them using the question mark, which is on your screen. Let's see what we have. Are you planning to revise your Central Asian restaurant too in the future? Not sure what that means. Let's go with this one. Danny, what is one dish that you're really proud of at your restaurant?
What is the one dish that you're proud of? Oh, the steamed floury crab with aged Chinese wine, always the best. With noodles, always the best. The hardest, the most simple dish to make, but as yet is the hardest. It's only got 3 ingredients, but it's very difficult to make it properly. So I'm
Yeah.
very proud of that.
How do you make it properly? Can you tell us a secret? Just
No.
one.
No, it's because each crab has different tastes. Some of them may be a bit too salty, some of them is sweeter. So each one we need to try carefully. It's very delicate. So we need to balance the salt and the chicken oil and the wine. So each dish is tailor-made. It is no
Yeah.
formula in it. It's no formula in it. That's the worst part of it. You got to improvise on each single dish on this one.
Yeah. Let us see if there's one more question we can take. What brings you
Yes.
inspiration as a chef?
Oh, as a chef, because I was very broke when I was studying in Australia, and I had to work in the restaurants, and working in the kitchen earned more money than working as the floor manager. So that's how I started. Well, and of course I love eating. I'm very passionate about ingredients. We're very ingredient specific, so I like to look into different ingredients. But I think it's all about passion. You love it, and you know it's all in your DNA.
Well, you're the chairman's owner, right? But I know you do a little bit of cooking as well. I've seen you in some videos. So what do you do most of the day? Do you sit in the office or do you cook?
I do cook. I usually come back and cook with our chef and try dishes, and then I cook at home. My wife not cooking. I mean, and, but I do very simple dish. I do very simple dish at home. I do a quick fried rice or fried noodles and something like that. I like it simple but tasty type of thing. Yes, I cook
Let
quite
us,
often.
yeah. Let us see one more question. What do we have? What's the creative process in creating a dish when you're developing new recipes?
What a question. I I think first is for us, at least for chairman, our formula is always look into the ingredient. We're ingredient oriented. We're not recipe oriented. We don't follow any recipes. And when we spot a good ingredient, and then we start, you know, play around with the ingredient, how to bring out the best flavor, natural flavor of that ingredient. That's how we get our inspiration. It's from the ingredients. It's always from the ingredients.
What is your favorite ingredient to work with right now?
At the moment, my favorite ingredient is the freshwater crab roll. We have a very small freshwater crab in South China. It's as big as like a thumb, and people, get it from the clean river and take out the crab rolls from the little crab. So it's super umami. It's huge umami. It's so umami. So we're playing around with that. It's been a very popular dish in the last 2 months.
Amazing. I'm just going to ask you one final question from me, which is, what would you like to say to the aspiring cooks who are watching us today, who may one day hope to reach the same achievement as you did today?
Don't think about it. Don't think about the award. Don't think about it. You just do it. You just do what from your heart. Just don't think about it. Just do it. You just don't care. I mean, you just put everything into it. That's it.